I literally have no idea what to do with my life. If you've ever said this video is definitely for you. My name's Julian. Welcome to the Lifecraft Co channel. You might be in your 20s, you might even be in your 50s, and you're still asking this question. When I was 22, I stared out the window and said, I have no idea what to do with my life. My dad was dying of liver cancer. I was working at McDonald's, and the future looked very uncertain, unclear, a little bit scary. Some of the people I'd loved were no longer in it, and having to carve a path on your own is a daunting thing. Now, you're obviously not going to get specifics about what you need to do with your life, but hopefully here's some guiding principles to help you work some of that stuff through. Who am I? What is my purpose? What should I do with my life? Those are the questions we're left answering, and they're massive, meaningful questions, but they're maybe not the most important. The first thing I'd say is stop being misguided by what you think you should be doing. You'll think, oh, maybe if I find the right job or the right career path, then I'll be happy. And if you're career focused, you probably already know what career you want to be doing, but you're on this video mainly because you're still unsure. You might think the answer relies in dating or relationships. That will fulfill me. But we can go from insecurity to breakup to mess to doing the cycle all over again because we're trying to find that fulfillment in somebody else. We're trying to find security in somebody else who will eventually let us down. At 23, I did not have a clue about what I wanted to do. In fact, some of the most interesting people I know in their 50s and 60s still feel like they don't know what to do. But my first bit of advice would be stop being misguided by what you think you should be doing and what you think everybody else expects of you. Now, that's easier said than done, but if you can worry less about the model and more about your intention and your heart, you'll be better off. You can move to the next phase, which is paying attention to what matters most in your life. You need to work out what are the most important things. Don't switch off, don't scroll on, you need to pay attention. I can see you, stop, finger off the button. When my dad passed away, what he didn't say was, what should I have done with my life? He didn't ask for more work, he didn't scrap around for last bits of unfinished paperwork, he didn't ask for a list of life achievements. Instead, he asked for his kids, he asked for the people that he loved. We sat with him in the last week of his life, we swapped stories, we laughed, we shared, we reminisced. But they weren't over missed work and career opportunities, they were over life stories and shared moments in life. Think about any time you've sat with somebody who's passed away, or you know of somebody who's coming towards the end of their life. What did they ask for? What were the things that were most important to them? Because you and I, by the grace of God, will get to that moment, and what will we look back on? Promise you, you won't ask for more things to do. You won't ask for a load of cash to be withdrawn from your account and laid on your bed so you can hug it. If you do, there's something seriously wrong. When I began thinking more about my life as a journey of someone I'm becoming rather than what I'm doing, things changed. Imagine with me for a moment, you're well into your 60s. You got everything you could ever have wanted. Did it make you happy? And I know it's a cliche. The answer is, for most people, no. Jim Carrey even says this. You can look up his interviews. I wish everybody was rich so they could realize money doesn't make you happy. In fact, it says in an ancient proverb in the Bible that the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil, but the love of money is. It takes you to a place that is not fulfilling. Can I humbly suggest to you that ambition, career, finance is not the most important thing in life? And most people focus on doing great things, but it's great people that do great things. So focus on being a great person. If you want some guidance on what you want to be doing with your life, work on your character, work on your personality, discover your hidden passions, hidden talents. Who you're becoming is far more important than what you do. Do the brave things, buck the trend. Stop asking what should I be doing with my life and start asking what kind of person am I becoming? Am I a quality human being? It's a subtle change, but it's enough to orientate everything in your future. So let me ask you the question again, what matters most? Third thing is, understand you can't do everything. It's a lie that's been told to us from a young age. You can be everything. You can do everything. Listen, I am terrible at maths. I suck at it. I'm not interested. And so I'm never going to be an astronaut. I need physics. I need the sciences. I need a good understanding of mathematics. I'm never going to get into space. Even if I start at the age of 10. I could probably improve a bit if I worked at it, sure. But it's not my natural makeup. For you, there will be a range of ability, a range of interests, a range of passions. You need to focus on something within that range. Find out what your range is. For me, I love media design, I love creativity, I love movies and filmography and anything that involves using imagination. Colour, music, vibrance. I hate math. It's ridiculous, but it applies to our career paths, it applies to our lives. If you're doing something that is unfulfilling, you're always going to be unfulfilled. Don't get me wrong, there's areas of weakness you need to improve, you need to hone. If you're bad at organisation, you need to learn to manage yourself well, but there will be a range of abilities you have. There's a great book I'd recommend called Strengths 2.0, and it goes through a range of character aspects. It's like an aptitude for personality and an aptitude for ability. And you can do a test in there as well. It teaches you, here's the top 5 traits that you have, and here's some areas that you might want to work in or focus on if you're going to be fulfilled in doing those things. The reason having a range really helps is that when you feel like you can do everything and anything, you've got the paralysis of choice. There's so much you could do. You don't want to do anything in case you miss an opportunity. But even if you narrow a range down and you've got 4 or 5 things that you'd love to do, may I suggest that you can do one then the other? Like, this is a marathon, not a sprint, and you can change lanes further down the line. If it's not going well, or you've done something for a few years and are no longer fulfilled, you might be able to shift career and focus. You can do things that are related enough that you can carry yourself into several different sectors. Or it might be the thing that you love and the thing you're passionate about isn't something that you could pay for. What if you saw the job that you're doing as a means to an end? That would be more fulfilling. That actually, I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of my job, but it pays for me to do the things I love, to go to the places I want to go to, be a part of the things I want to be a part of. Then what you do becomes purposeful. Finally, I'd say allow yourself time to think. Like, literally put a day in your diary where you do nothing but daydream about your future. You do nothing but imagine what could be, whether that's what kind of family you want to build, and that is something intentional, by the way, what kind of career or work path you want to choose, what are the ways you want to invest in the people around you, spend time with loved ones, focus on stronger family connections, what is it that you want to build in terms of habits, skills and abilities. You can decide all of those things. What is the next step for you to grow? Because here's the thing, whatever you yearn for is not going to be handed to you on a plate. It shouldn't be. You're not entitled to it. You have to work for it. You have to craft and shape life for you. You have to carve a path. That means chipping away. That means work, effort, and time. That it takes 20 years to become an overnight success. Whatever it is, you have to take responsibility for crafting it and shaping it. So sit down, work out what you love, and start to think about how you can take steps towards it. My name's Julian, this is the Lifecraft Co channel. Like, share, subscribe, ciao.